Hi guys, and welcome back to today's tutorial, the stitches of our previous tutorial. So guys, this is it, and please, if you are new to this channel, click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video you get notified. I love you all and God bless you all. So what we have on our table is the front piece of the down part of our gown. So we subtract the half length. So we have 23 inches left. So we'll be adding half of it, as I explained earlier during the part 1, plus 2 inches hemming or 1.5 inches hemming. But for the hemming, if you have your overlocking machine, that's weaving machine, you weave it around before you hem it. So this is it. You cut it out this way, place it properly. Decay the midpoint. By the time we add our elastic to come up to your desired length this way, okay? So for the back panel, you place it this way. Note, for those that are making use of zipper, always add your zipper allowance. If you're not making use of zipper, it's still the same method. The reason is this: we'll be creating a space for our elastic. There's elastic, there's a gather, there's a drape at the center of our back panel. So you place it this way, mark it out, place it properly, cut it out, okay? So adjust it. For the zipper area, you go in side to be sit properly. So this side should cut your back panel. You open it. Mine open to the hemming because I will just stitch because of the elastic. So this is it. So for the back half bodice, you go in this way so your zipper will sit properly to avoid bulge. So you place it to trace it out as well. Note the stretchy part is around the bust measurement. Around bust, so you cut it out this way. Add seam allowance, the hemming if you wish to. I just added a 0.5 inch. So I will trim it out this way. I'm not making use of zipper. If you're making use of zipper, you follow the pattern paper. So this is it. So for the sleeve, you slash it open. These are basic sleeve. This way, 2 inches. Just extend it to create your desired pleats or your puff sleeve. You could say yes, or use a gather stitch to trace it this way, your desired length. How full you want your puff sleeve to be. So while cutting on that part, add a 0.5 inch to avoid shortage after pleats. Notch. By the time you plait it, this is how it should look like. Okay. Trim out the unwanted part, hemming. So for the band, place 3 inches depth and your round sleeve measurement you are working with. You fold it, it's into fold, okay? So this is how it should look like. So blend yours properly. So guys, we're done transferring it as well. Say what you have. So let's quickly stitch it and show you guys. So we're done. See what we have. Open it up this way to join your band. So we're done join our band. So close it up. Your round sleeve measurement, place it and stitch. So I'm fast here because by now we should know how to make our puff sleeves. It's very simple, guys. So for the half bodies, I use the velvet, which is a suede as well. as my lining. So place it this way, stitch 0.5 inch. So for the cup, which is the corset, so it's into two as well. So you place it on the right side this way, facing the wrong side this way. You will stitch from your neck depth to your neck shoulder to close it up. You notch it this way. So when you are done, give it a very nice press. Turn it this way. See what we have. So we stitch now 0.5 inch round, okay? And draw gather stitch. You could also decide to work with pleats. So it all depends on your preference, okay? So you measure to find out the length of your shoulder. Note work with 5 inches because it was 2.5 inch, sorry, 2.5 inches slash opening, okay? So the underbust is also this way. So this is how it should look like when you are done, guys. So let's quickly do the second one as well. See what we have. So now that we are done, this is the center bodice, the lining, the sleeve. See, so let's quickly now move over to our machine. So guys, first we'll mark 0.5 inch. This will serve as our seam allowance to turn our lining. So you place it this way. We have notched that line. You stitch to that 1 inch, but the armhole side you stitch direct to your armhole. So you stitch this way with whatever you add as your seam allowance, okay? Stitch, place it properly. So when you are done stitching to this part, which is your underbust, turn it over to stitch from your neck depth. But before then, you check if you are on the right track, okay? To avoid losing, okay? So you marked also the 0.5 inch from your neck depth. You start to work to 1 inch for the lining. So you stitch this way. You stitch from that 0.5 inch you step down with, okay? So you stitch this way to meet your underbust. Place it properly. The reason is this, so that your girder or your plate will merge within the underbust, okay? Stitch this way, back stitch. So by the time you are done stitching, this is the wrong side, this is the right side. You see how everything lands properly, okay? So trim out the unwanted thread. So let's quickly now move over to the second cup. So we'll do the same. The ½ inch will step down with. You place it this way to stitch from that 0.5 inch. As I said earlier, that ½ inch will serve as our seam allowance for our lining, okay? Turn it this way. We are just doing exactly what you did. First cup, so is place it this way to stitch direct this way, but this is towards your armhole. It's only towards the neck depth. We went down just by 0.5 inch. Okay, stitch this way to the part which we marked as that will serve as our girders or your plates. No, then you place it properly. You stitch patiently so that at the end of the day everything will last properly. Okay, to meet our underbursts. So we are done fixing our cups. So this is the wrong side. So it's time to introduce our lining now. Okay. See how everything allows properly. So you place your lining with that 0.5 inch. You pin it down this way. So you underbust this way. See what we have. Pin it down. To make sure everything matches this way, you stitch. So place it this way to stitch. So this is our lining. Stitch this way. Note to have pinned it down. At that 0.5 inch, we step down from our neck depth. Make sure the dot lines matches. Stitch this way. So it's not that last. We will rectify it, guys. Now you know this is velvet. It actually stretches a whole lot. This is the truth. So when making a velvet, you have to be patient. So switch it over this way. Back stitch. Stitch this way. When you are done, use overlocking machine or you trim out the unwanted parts before closing up your half bodies. See what we have. Always make sure you cross check before you continue. Trim out the unwanted thread this way. So you pick it now. Say the pin is there. Remove the pin. Stitch now. That's 0.5 inch this way. Wash closely, guys. Stitch this way. Make sure it lasts properly. So you sat this in this way. Stitch. So I join the second cup. Stitch. Make sure the dots lines matches as well. Place it this way. So since my lining is a bit surplus here, so I want to be sure. That's why I switch over this way. I can adjust it from the that line there. So, but I want to be sure first. So check. It matches. So it could be my machine that we're trying to pull it. So this is it to meet the underbust. So backstage. So you turn it this way. This is what we have. Here's the right side. See how everything lasts properly. Here's the wrong side. So for our back panel, guys, you can see I've closed it up. So I will lose it towards my neck area because I'm using my bias to turn the neckline. So you could decide to use the weaving machine to weave it around and just hem it once. Okay. You could decide to also use what I'm doing here, a bias. So it's optional. Okay. So do the hemming this way to have neat finishing your neck area when you are through. Send it in this way. You should know this by now. So See what we have. So for this lining, you place it facing a wrong side, facing the wrong side to close it up this way. Okay. You can actually turn your lining separately if you wish to. So, but mine, I use my overlocking machine. So I just use this to join the line and the fabric of the front panel together for join my back panel. Okay. So the shoulder, place it properly this way. Or make sure you check your shoulder measurement left. Mine is 5 inches. So place it properly this way. So make sure the front neck meeting with the back neck shoulder, okay? Place it. So if you look at my shoulder drape, it's not that much. Yes. So you could try to make yours more than this. So it's optional, okay? So see how beautiful it looks. So join the second shoulder as well. Place it properly this way. So you stitch. I'll be using my overlocking machine. Weave it when I'm through, okay? Backstage. So we're done with our half bodies, okay? See how beautiful the last our half body looks. So we have to quickly close it up this way. Note because I'm using a stretchy fabric which is velvet, is also known as a suede. I've said that during part one. So I didn't add any same allowance. So I'm just working with just 1 inch here. At the end of the day, it will still be okay because it stretches. But if you're working with an Ankara fabric, make sure you use your same allowance, to join your two side piece. Don't forget that, okay? So this is the difference. So you can see what we have, how beautiful it looks. So guys, let's quickly now introduce the down part of our gown. So towards the zipper area, I marked out 1.5 inches I added as zipper allowance for those that make use of zipper. But first, I'm closing it up this way for a better understanding, okay? To meet the hemming, that the full length of my skirt, which is the down part of the gown, okay? To stitch this way. See what you have. So you place the front panel, okay? Wrong side facing the right side. Sorry, right side facing the right side, guys. To close it up, because I had to stitch it straight because it's a stretchy fabric, it's a velvet. So if you're working with an Ankara print, make it curvy the way your measurement is. Don't go straight to avoid shortage, okay? You stitch this way, place it properly. Excuse me. Backstage. So guys, we're using our elastic to create our drape. So before then, let's do the hemming. But if you have your weaving machine, ensure you do the weaving before the hemming, okay, for the down part, so that the wrong side will also look beautiful. Okay, so it's stitched this way. Mine, I will do that later. So just for sake of tutorial, let's just concentrate on this. So this is how to do your hemming. We all know this. So just hemming. So we are through with our hemming. Trim out the unwanted thread. So this is how it should look like when you are done. So it's time to create our drape with our elastic. Okay. So this drape, side drapes, you could decide to work with a pleats. Yes. Mine is elastic. Okay. So find the midpoint, notch your midpoint because we're placing it on the two side piece, zipper allowance, which is center of the back and center of the front piece. You have seen the turn already. So the elastic now, note we added half of our waist skirt measurement, which is down part of our gown. So we're placing it, we'll be cutting out 20 inches. So it's better to have surplus. When you are done, you trim out the wanted parts of your elastic. So what I have here now is 20 inches. So I want to quickly place the 20 inches, cut it out. So, but I advise you, if you are not sure of this, you will use at least 25 inches, but not the length you're working with. So when you are done, trim out the wanted part and don't pull that much. If you know that you didn't add more extension, let me use that word. What I mean is this: for my skirt, let me use the word skirt part, I used half of my skirt part, which is from my waist measurement to the full length of my gown. Note is 40 inches. So guys, this is for those that are working with zipper. So you mark your zipper allowance. But mine, I'm not making it of zipper, but I am explaining both in this tutorial. So you place it this way to the center of your back to place your elastic. Okay? You place it before your first stitch. So you stitch, back stitch, and don't pull that much. Stitch this way. So back to our explanation. So the full length of my gown is 40 inches. Okay. So from my waist to the full length, that I supported 16 inches from my half bodies, left with 24 inches, half of 24 inches, which is 12 inches plus hemming allowance. Okay. Okay, but you try to make it double. Yes. So, but the more you pull, the more you have shortage. So this is a bit tricky, but I think people understand what I'm trying to explain. So don't put that much because I just use half of my skirt length as a extension, as addition. Okay. So you see what we have now. So this is it. This is the center of the back panel, which is the part of the zipper allowance. Okay. So you place this way, but from the waist area, you will step down by 1 inch. Note you'll be adding this to the half bodies. That is the upper part of our gown. So you don't pull that much. Because I'm being conscious because I only added 15 inches total with the hemming, which I've subtracted 2 inches for my hemming. So I'm left with 13 inches. So when you stitch, you don't pull down more because the more you pull, the more gather it forms. That is drape. So you stitch this way. So I can see that my elastic is not that enough. So I will quickly now add to it now. This way, stitch and add. So for the hemming, I won't stitch to that length, the down part. The reason is this: I want to be sure that everything is well arranged. Yes. So as you stitch, so when I get to this point, I have to pause till I'm done with two other parts, which is the side piece and the center or the front piece. Okay. So I'm done with the center of the back piece and one of the side piece. So I have to now move over to our side piece. Always check to make sure everything lasts properly. So this is the second side piece. Step down by 1 inch for the same allowance. You backstitch and pull. So that is it. So cut it this way. So you could decide to use your overlocking machine, weave it all around first before adding elastic, okay? So you can see how beautiful it looks. But for my hemming, I've not done it. So this is the center of our front panel. So I'm just using 0.5 inch. But if you are making use of crown fabric, make sure you add the same allowance. This ½ inch, you add it to your same allowance, okay? So I'm just stitching on it first so that it will be easy for me to control, okay? So you place it, still step down by 1 inch, back stitch, maintain, well, this is front panel. So guys, it's very simple, okay? Back stitch. So you can see what we have now. So guys, so I've checked and seen that everything is last, okay? So I've said to continue now. So to the hemming, place it properly this way. Stitch, back stitch. So we'll do that all around. That is the 4 lines. So pull it as well gently. Stick to the hemming. Trim out the unwanted elastic. So you can see how everything will last now. So it's really easy, guys. See? So let's quickly join our half bodies, okay? Place it this way. The center of your half bodies, notch it. Place it on the center of your front skirt, which is your gown, okay? Notch. So the elastic I've already shown us the center of our front bodies, okay? Note to step down by 1 inch. So place it this way. To stitch to meet your zipper allowance. Stitch. So guys, it's actually simple, guys. All you need to just to be patient, okay? So stitch. Place it properly. So when I'm through, I will use my overlocking machine to weave it all around. So you can see, so I will place it this way. This is our zipper allowance, center of our back. So you stitch this way. On the other part, also meet the center of our back, okay? Make sure the lines matches, okay? So stitch to meet the center of your back panel, which is the zipper allowance, okay? So when you're through, you weave it around with your weaving machine. See what we have now. So for those that are making your zipper, just lose the upper part and fix your zipper. And also extend your elastic to the waistline if you are not making use of zipper, which I'll be doing that much later. But for now, let us quickly fix our sleeves. So place it notch, okay. Right side of our sleeve facing right side of our fabric, our dress, that's our garment. So you stitch this way. Always work with the same allowance you added, okay, 0.5 inch. Stitch to meet your armhole. Adjust it properly. So guys, that is all. Yes, it's very simple, guys. So you fix the second sleeve as well. Stitch this way. So it's really simple, guys. So please, if you find this video interesting, click on the like button. And please, if you are new to this channel, click on the subscribe button there. Turn on notification button so that each time I upload a new video, you will get notified. So I love you all. I remain Chi Living Signature. Bye for now.